She's never sought public office before. Ladies and gentlemen, Darlene Fitzgerald Price.
Hello, Kentucky! How we doing today? Folks, I smell something. Do you smell it? It smells like no-bid contracts, billion-dollar bailouts where 300,000 of my fellow veterans go homeless. It smells like Washington politics as usual, and it stinks. Principles mean nothing unless you're not just willing to stand beside them, but out in front of them against a strong, cold wind of fierce adversity, and I've done that. I started my career as an MP in the United States Army Military Police Corps, and then went on to be a special agent on the front lines of the war on drugs, where I was up against some of the most dangerous, cutthroat Mexican and Colombian cartels known to mankind. But what I also found out was there was something more dangerous. When I seized 8,000 pounds of marijuana and 34 kilos of uncut cocaine, I had 5 more railroad tanker cars on the way. These tanker cars had 25 to 40 tons, would have been the largest seizure on record for any agency. And my managers let it go. When I refused to go quietly into the night, when I protested this and became a whistleblower, they came after me to cover this up. I endured some of the most horrendous retaliation, threats, intimidation that I pray no one here will ever have to go through. But I did not back down. I testified in front of the U.S. Senate, and we sued them in federal court where we further exposed this. Now, we locked arms along the way as I testified in front of the U.S. Congress, the Senate, and my written testimony went in front of the 9/11 Commission, and I came to a very solid conclusion, folks. There's a reason we don't have health care, education, and a number of other things. It's because of crony campaign financing. That's right, I said it. We have a government, that's right. We have a government that is bought off by the bigs. Big oil, big banks, big pharmaceutical companies, and big insurance companies. And this is why in my campaign, I have vowed that I have not and I will not take one thin dime from the bigs, not one thin dime. Folks, part of the problem is most of our politicians on Capitol Hill, if they were NASCARs, they would have to wear their sponsors on their suits. NASCAR on one arm, Exxon Oil on the other, and a big fat red sign on their bumper that says, "For sale." Not me. We started off with a handful of volunteers, and that's right, I said it, volunteers. We now have over 2,000 volunteers statewide campaigning, and not one of them have asked for one thin dime either. That's right, I said it. Folks, if you're tired of bought-off bureaucrats, if you're tired of a government that's full of people who are not watchdogs for you, if you're tired of people not taking your phone calls because the bigs have them on speed dial, then it's time that we start replacing pocket politicians with public servants. Folks, if you're ready to send a real tested watchdog to Washington, one who is not bought off, one that will not be bought off, then when you go to the polls next spring, you remember one thing. Price is right for U.S. Senate. Thank you.